Hi guys, you might have to excuse my hair. I've been playing with it for the past 5 minutes and just nothing's changing, so sorry. But today I'm going to talk about makeup trends and just makeup techniques and makeup strategies, I guess, that I just don't do. To me and to like everybody, makeup has no rules, and if I want to do something, I don't limit myself from doing that thing, so there are exceptions to all of these, but just in general, these are things that I just don't do. In no particular order, number one is winged eyeliner. I used to do winged eyeliner all of the time in middle school. It was like the thing that I consistently did, but it's just not really for me anymore. I'm okay with it. I will sometimes do it. If I'm putting in a little extra effort, I'll try, but because I haven't done it for so long, for so many years, I lost my ability to do it as well, so not only am I like with or without it, I just don't really have the skills to do it anymore. So sometimes I'll try it, but most of the time I just don't need it. Number two, this one I don't think I could ever do. I have nothing against it. It's like, editorial, but Instagram brows or Insta brows. Not only do I not have the talent, but I don't have the face shape or probably even the products for it. I don't know. I like my brows personally to look a bit more natural. I see those brows in other people and I'm like, yes, like so pretty. But for me, I just do natural brows and I'm completely fine with that. Build them in a little bit and I'm good. Number two, this came in for a while. I'm not sure if it's a trend anymore, but it is a thing. But I don't really wear cool tone neutrals. I know it's like so standard to be like warm tone neutrals, but that's like the only set of neutrals that look good on me. I can wear colors and I'll wear cool tone colors. I'll wear purples and greens, like I'll wear color, but cool tone neutrals on me look so ashy and weird and wrong. If I'm gonna wear neutrals, they need to be warm tone. They can't even be neutrals or else it'll just pull cool tone on me for some reason. The only warm neutrals that I can wear. And I don't mean oranges and reds, because to me, that's a colorful look. That's what I would wear if I want to wear color. I mean actual neutrals, like browns. If I'm going to wear a brown, it's going to be a warm tone brown. Number two. This isn't a trend. I mean, there's a trend related to it, but I just mean the whole category in general. Blush. I just don't wear blush. I think it stems, like it's a deep issue, no. I think it stems from when I was a kid and I just had a red face. I still kind of have a little bit of redness now, but as a kid, I just had more of a red face, I guess. Or at least I noticed it more as a kid. So I think it kind of went on from that. When I started wearing makeup, I guess I still had red in my face. And I didn't want to accentuate it. I wanted to hide it. So I didn't wear blush. And then as I grew up, I just also kind of thought the same. So I just don't wear blush. I could objectively look at my face without makeup on now and be like, you have some red, but anything is going to cover it up. But even when I cover it up, I just don't want to add it back. I don't know. Maybe it could be I just don't like the look of it, but I do really think it's related to me as a kid. Because as a kid, when I would get like makeup sets or something, and there'd be blush in it, I'd never touch it. I did get some cream blush lip products recently, and I wore one yesterday, and I liked it, it was fine, but it's like extra effort for me to go do that, when in my mind, I don't want it. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm not opposed to blush. I just don't wear it. I think it looks super pretty on other people. Number three, what number is this actually? Also, I don't know if I mentioned, but these are in no particular order. But number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 5, kind of contouring in general, but more heavy contouring. I love the look, but whenever I do it, it looks ashy, or it's uneven, or it's too low. I can never get it right, and not only that, on camera and photos, it looks amazing. But in real life, it just looks like you have lines on your face, for me personally. So I don't even really contour. I kind of just use my bronzer as a contour, and I might add in a little bit of contour. But heavy contouring is gorgeous. It's beautiful. I commend anybody that can do it. But for me, it's hard. It doesn't look great on me. It looks fake in person. But to anyone else who does it, like, it looks amazing. It's just not in my skill set and not something I would want to wear out really anyway. Whatever number is after that one, is baking. In, I think, high school, probably, I used to bake my under eyes because everything creased, and I thought, this is the only way to do it. I need to bake, it'll set everything, like it will not move. But that's not true. It just adds another layer of product, adds more texture, dries out your under eyes, and it's just not good over the long term. Short term, baking looks amazing. It looks flawless and smooth, but my eyes still creased, and now they just had the added layer of another product, so it just ended up not looking good the longer I wore it. So I just don't bake anymore. I don't really prevent creasing either, because my eyes do that anyway, but now that I don't put powder on it, I could just tap it out. And the longer the concealer sets on my skin, the less it creases anyway. Next is bold lips. I love bold lips. I think they're so cute and pretty and fun. Not only am I not brave enough or have the confidence to do it, but it scares me getting a perfect crisp line. So I really only wear nudes. I'll wear colorful glosses, but not really colorful lipsticks. I have collected a bunch over my makeup journey. Of course, I've decluttered them as they got old, but my biggest declutter of colorful lipsticks, because I had way too many for someone who never wears any, was when I moved here. I moved to a different continent, so obviously I had to get rid of everything, because I couldn't fly with everything. So I got rid of not all, but almost all of my colorful lipsticks, and I never reached for them before, so I never reach for them now, so it didn't really affect the way I wear my makeup. I just don't wear colorful lipstick as much as I would like to. Next one. I don't really think it's a trend. It's more of a technique that I just don't do, and I've never really done it. Maybe once when I was running out of something. This isn't the best, so. And that's using concealer as primer. I never did it because I thought it just like looked weird and it washed me out, and I always felt primers were more sticky and tacky and gripped on better. I've always used a primer. I've never really used concealer. I can think of one time when either I didn't have a primer or I was too lazy to get one. I don't remember the exact scenario, but yeah, that was it, and it creased very easily, whereas if I'm wearing a primer, it doesn't really do that. I do use a concealer to cut crease, and I've heard that you can use primer for that, but I've also heard people who use primer for that say it gets gloopy, and the more you do it, the thicker the product gets, which I also don't want. So I still have to figure that out. The next one, again, not really a trend, more just like a thing people do, and that's tightline or waterline. I personally don't do either. I would tightline, and I can, and I sometimes do, but it's just extra effort that I don't think I need, because if I wear fake lashes or if I wear liner, like, or even mascara, like that area for me is dark enough. So that's one of the reasons I don't tightline, but another is that for me, it transfers to my waterline. Basically, no matter what I do, no matter what product I use, maybe there's a perfect one, a magical one, and I'll find it and it'll work great and I can start tightlining, but whenever I do now, it just transfers. It might take a while for it to transfer, but it usually does end up, if not on my waterline, it pulls up in my like inner corner of my eye, which it's not cute. And the reason I don't waterline is because I feel like using dark colors close off my eye. It just makes them look smaller, but not only that, it just looks weird on my eye, so that's why I don't waterline with dark colors, and I don't waterline with white or nude colors, even though I have them. I don't really use them because my waterline is nude already. Like, yeah, it's waterline colored, but that's still kinda nude. I don't use colored eyeliner in my waterline because then I have to buy a lot of colored waterline pencils, which I'm not going to wear all the time because they're very specific colors. So to use them, I'd have to use a look that goes with them, and I might not use a look that goes with them all the time. I don't know if that makes sense, but I don't want to go out and buy a bunch of colorful waterline eyeliner when I'm either not going to use it, forget to use it, or just have so many that a whole bunch of colors will work for it. So waterline, tightline, it's just not really something I do. And lastly, and anticlimactically, is glitter. I don't wear glitter. I had a bunch before I moved, but when I did move, I just never really used any of it, so I just gave it to a friend. I don't use glitter that often, and when I do, it goes everywhere. It kind of feels uncomfortable when I like look up or blink because it hits against each other. I don't know. I got rid of all of my glitter, and I have one now that I just recently acquired. It was like a free gift or something. So now I have some glitter, so I might try to wear it, but just not really for me. So I hope you like my list of makeup trends and techniques that I just don't really do, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Bye!